the Jingles.
And a mic on the way back to Moscow.
Yes,
we pray.
him somewhere there.
Mike's there somewhere. So, what we just read, you read, you had
What a lot of reading. I'm
you had
sorry,
a
I find Malcolm said I made some things up. Perhaps I did. Perhaps, yeah, maybe I did put a few things in there. I didn't think I did, but...
1 Kings chapter 8.
So this is a very big, 1 Kings chapter 8, a very big prayer.
It is a very big prayer.
Of Solomon standing before the altar.
And basically, Solomon's built the temple. The presence of where God has said his presence will dwell. And Solomon's saying, God, if people turn and face the temple and pray, would you answer their prayer? Have mercy on them. If they're further away, if they're a long distance away, if they turn and face the prayer, you think of Muslims today turning towards Mecca.
It makes you think of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just see the sort of the radical difference that Jesus came and brought. You know, the fact that you don't need to turn anywhere. You don't need to turn. You can just pray to him. Yeah.
Or through him. To
yes.
God. Yeah. It was interesting though. He did say about foreigners though, didn't he, as well? Even though he kept mentioning about because we are your inheritance, the people of Israel are your inheritance. He even prayed for foreigners. Said foreigners could pray to you as well. So.
And it's not the sort of magic of turning and facing the temple. It's the fact that it's sort of by doing that you're expressing your faith in the God who gave his promise that he would reside there and be there. So yeah. And then the Acts. Wow, what a reading there. I mean,
I know.
Paul and Timothy get called into Macedonia, and they end up in Philippi, and they have a astonishingly successful mission, and this very influential lady Lydia is converted.
Yes, with the purple cloth. And then of course they have this they send out the spirit from this slave girl who's being used to make money.
And they get thrown into prison.
And horribly beaten.
I wonder what they thought when they were thrown into prison. God had called them to Macedonia. They'd had this very clear call to come over. They'd been obedient. They'd seen some wonderful things happening, and now suddenly they're in prison.
Yeah.
They must have thought, God, what's going on here? You called us here, and you called us into prison.
I know.
It sort of reminds me that when the call comes to Paul, to Saul, then Saul, and Saul is converted, Jesus says to him, go, I'll make you a light to the Gentiles, to all nations, all peoples, and I will show you how much you must suffer for my name's sake. So
it does seem, and it's, I mean, they're absolutely put into the innermost cell, aren't they? As though they are really dangerous criminals.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. Bless you. Have a wonderful day, and hope to see you tomorrow.
Yeah.